Coming up, President Biden's next step in combating Russia's economy.
And the Washington legislature passed a bill that creates a new emergency alert. Find out what it's for next on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Connor McAvoy.
And I'm Gillis Williams. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
President Biden has announced today that Russian oil will no longer be an accepted import for the United States.
Today, I'm announcing the United States is targeting the main artery of Russia's economy. We're banning all imports of Russian oil and gas and energy. That means Russian oil will no longer be acceptable at U.S. ports, and the American people will deal another powerful blow to Putin's war machine.
This move is one that President Biden believes will have strong bipartisan support in Congress and in the country. The decision was made in consultation with allies and partners around the world, particularly in Europe.
A murder suspect out of California was arrested in Pullman on Monday morning by the Whitman County Regional SWAT Team. 32-year-old Francisco Rio was wanted on $3 million bond on a California warrant for murder. Pullman police located him at an apartment complex on Clemgard Street on Pioneer Hill. Police Commander Jake Opgenorth gave an update, saying that he is not sure on when Rio will be extradited to California.
According to AP News, the Washington State Legislature unanimously passed House Bill 16-39 that would create an alert for missing Indigenous women. The bill passed in the House in January and the Senate last week. The alert will work similar to a silver alert. When activated, the alert will broadcast information onto road signs and through radio messages. According to AP News, Indigenous women are 4 times more likely to go missing than white women in Washington State. The bill is headed to Governor Jay Inslee's desk, and he's expected to sign it.
A WSU international gender policy expert is set to speak at a United Nations event. According to WSU Insider, political scientists have seen governments worldwide making progress to promote women's empowerment and advancements in gender equality. Amy Mazur, an international expert in gender equality policy, will present findings from her large-scale study of institutional mechanisms in dozens of countries. Mazur's goal is to better achieve their complex and challenging goal of gender equality.
Today is International Women's Day, and there will be special tours at the Jordan Schneitzer Museum of Art in observance of this year's theme, Break the Bias. Our reporter Catherine Jones is live at the museum to tell us more. Catherine?
Yeah, that's right, Connor. The museum will be giving a free tour tomorrow at 1 p.m. of Mirror, Mirror, the Prince of Alison Saar. Saar is known for her powerful sculptures and printmaking. Her work is influenced by African, Latin American, and Caribbean spirituality and folk art. Her work has also become a really powerful symbol for exploring issues of gender, race, history, and heritage. The exhibit features nearly 50 prints as well as 5 sculptures, and it's going to be on display here at the Art Museum through March 12th. I actually had a chance to check out the exhibit earlier today and really enjoyed it. If you're interested in learning more about the artist or the artwork on display, you can visit the Art Museum's website. Reporting live, I'm Catherine Jones. Back to you at the desk.
The HRM recital series in support of Ukraine continued this afternoon at Tierra Library. Faculty and students from the WSU School of Music performed a humanitarian concert that featured works from Ukrainian composers. Music from around the world was also featured to show the support of peace.
According to the Pullman Police's activity log on its website, there were multiple reports of fireworks along Greek Row on Saturday night. The calls to the police department initially reported the sounds of gunshot noises, but according to Police Commander Jake Opgenorth, when police arrived to the scene, the noises turned out to be from fireworks. According to the Pullman City Code of the discharge of consumer fireworks may be discharged only between the hours of 9 a.m. and 11 p.m. on July 3rd, between the hours of 9 a.m. and midnight on July 4th, and between the hours of 6 p.m. on December 31st and 1 a.m. on January 1st.
Every year, Pullman Regional Hospital Foundation's board puts efforts into fundraising to support the hospital's highest needs. This year, the foundation has a goal to raise $3 million, according to the hospital's press release. Carlene Beaumont, president of the board, said their investment goals include developing a pipeline for future family doctors and expanding access to surgical care.
Which keystone species in Washington are WSU researchers keeping track of?
And Jackie Smith will give us a look at our weather for the week, coming up.
That wasn't that good. Okay,
Maybe
awesome.
10 seconds of blabber?
The Whitman County Library recently announced that they collected over $3,000 worth of donations for its Food and Fines drive. According to Pullman Radio, only 5% of donations were attached to waiving of library fines. The library staff thanked the 72 participants who helped.
WSU researchers have released a new study about using camera traps to keep record of snowshoe hare populations. Snowshoe hares are known as a keystone species in the boreal forests of Washington. When the study was conducted in 2019, they trapped 770 snowshoe hares, but the camera traps captured nearly 14,000 photographs. Assistant professor in WSU's School of the Environment and co-author of the study, Dan Thornton, said live trapping is expensive plus being potentially harmful.
Well, I wasn't happy with the light snow late this morning, especially with spring so close. Jackie, please tell me this was the last of it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Connor, that snow was definitely kind of random, but luckily we're getting out of it. Unfortunately, we're not going to escape those winds anytime soon. They're currently at about 12 miles an hour, but tonight they're going to get up to 20 miles an hour. And our high for today is 42, but again, that wind is making it feel like that low of 21. The sun set this morning way earlier than I was up at about 6:12 a.m., but hopefully I'll be awake at 5:44 p.m. And you got those clouds in the sky, so even though we have a bit of a higher temperature for how we've been feeling, it's still pretty cold. And going into tomorrow, we're going to be having a high of 34 but a low of 18. And again, those winds are going to be up to 21 miles an hour, so don't forget to have a jacket on you when you leave the house. And then we're going to have the sun rise at about 6:13, so just a minute later, and then the sun set about 5:46 p.m. Looking at our state map, we are experiencing a lot of rain on the west side. Olympia, Seattle, pretty similar temperatures, about a degree off. Olympia 48, the low of 33. Seattle high of 47, low of 34. Yakima, again, pretty similar, 47, 31. And then Tri-Cities, pretty warm. I've always been jealous of Tri-Cities growing up. They've always been slightly warmer than where I've been, 51 and 30, but rain all across the map. And then bringing it over to the west side, my friends and family in Spokane, you're partly cloudy, high of 43 and a low of 19. And then in Pullman, again, 42, 21. So it's pretty decent. Wish it would get a little bit warmer. And then looking at our 5-day forecast, we are, you know, pretty similar. Saturday is my favorite day. We're going to be at 55 degrees, a low of 35, but partly cloudy, lots of clouds. Wednesday, tomorrow, high of 34, low of 18. Thursday, high of 38, low of 26, partly cloudy. Friday, 47, 34, partly cloudy. Saturday, again, going to be pretty high. I don't know how it's going to feel with that cloud coverage, though. And then Sunday, it's going to be a high of 48, low of 38. So keep a jacket on you. I'm not seeing any snow in my forecast, but you never know here in Pullman. Back to you guys at the desk.
Neighboring rival is playing the WSU soccer team tomorrow night.
And the Seattle Seahawks just made a historic trade deal. Find out more details next on Murrow News 8.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. We lose some of the best moments, some that may never repeat,
Come on.
or detach from people around us. Our loved ones grow used to this pattern, but it doesn't have to be that way. we have a choice to take action. It's never too late to live a full life again. Hear how many of us Vietnam veterans have managed our mental health and reconnected with our families. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Hello, I'm Riley Fitzgerald with today's sports. The Vandals are playing WSU on the lower soccer field tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. The Cougars currently have a 5-game win streak against the Vandals in soccer. The last time U of I won against WSU was 10 years ago, and in the last 20 years, Washington State has racked up 12 wins and only 1 loss to Idaho. And after 3 total rounds of play, the WSU women's golf team has 3 golfers sitting inside the top 25 player leaderboards. The Cougars ended the day in 8th place on the team leaderboard. They played their 3rd round at the Julie Inkster Meadow Club Collegiate this morning. WSU closed out the tournament by carding 13 over 301 in the 3rd round. Starting right at the end of our broadcast today is a virtual forum to meet the finalist candidates for the Pullman High School Athletics and Activities Director. Wendy Kruger, Colin Briggs, and Jacob Gian are the candidates for this position at PHS. You can catch the meeting on Zoom. The meeting is from 4:45 today until 5:30. And according to ESPN, one of the biggest trades in NFL history happened today. The Denver Broncos agreed to trade 3 of their players and 5 draft picks to the Seattle Seahawks in exchange for Russell Wilson and a 4th rounder. The quarterback with a 10-season run in Seattle has more wins than any quarterback ever in their first 10 seasons. And every Seahawks fan that I've talked to today has been a bit more than disappointed. Happy International Women's Day, Connor and GW. I'm passing it back over to you.
Thanks, Riley. Earlier we saw that there's no rain in the forecast.
Raining cats and dogs, or just cats? An annual shower is coming up.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
The Whitman County Humane Society is hosting their annual kitten shower fundraiser, according to Pullman Radio. The fundraiser will be continuing until March 19th. The Humane Society will have donation bins placed inside Pets Are People Too, Pups and Cups, and their cat building. Items can be sent to them directly from their Amazon and Chewy wish list. Well, I gotta say, Pups and Cups, Pets Are People Too. I've heard of those what do you call those fundraisers organizations, but it's always amazing to see, those fundraisers continue to grow and get off the ground. What do you think, Connor?
They're always the best. I always love seeing those all around town whenever I'm walking anywhere. Just donate a couple bucks, whatever change you got in your pocket. It's always just nice. It's always nice. A little bit always helps for anything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. One act of kindness goes a long way.
Absolutely.
Right?
I would say so too. Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More info can be found on the Murrow News 8 website, and you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Have a good night.